Okay, so what is YTM? Anyone?
Yield to maturity.
Yeah, that's the full form. But what it is?
When it matures, so what is the final return we are likely to get?
Is it same as IRR?
IRR, yes, exactly.
Is YTM same as IRR?
Exactly.
So what is YTM? YTM is a rate at which future cash flows on the security, when discounted the future cash flows on the security, it equals to the
Bond price.
current bond price. Okay, that's your YTM. It means what? It means YTM is same as IRR. It means what? It means you can calculate the YTM of a security using the same formula that you will use for calculating IRR. Can YTM also be taken as cost of capital?
No.
Everybody? Can IRR be taken as a cost of capital?
Yes.
No.
Is IRR same as YTM?
No, no.
IRR is same as YTM, but
Coupon which you paid actually is
cost of capital.
Okay, remember? YTM is same as IRR. IRR can be used as cost of capital. YTM can also be used as cost of capital. YTM is also used as a cost of capital because it is again a benchmark. Like IR is a benchmark, IRR is a benchmark, YTM is also benchmark. And both can be calculated using the same formula. Is YTM or IRR indicator of risk? Risk. मतलब आपको IRR से मालूम पड़ता है कि रिस्क के बारे में कि नहीं मालूम पड़ता IRR से, है ना? तो जितना ज्यादा रिस्क होगा IRR उतना बढ़ेगा और YTM भी बढ़ेगा, right? So YTM and IRR are the indicator of risk. अगर रिस्क कम है, you will be happy with a lower IRR. अगर रिस्क ज्यादा है, you would like to have a higher IRR. Same is the case with the YTM also. Is zero NPV a break-even point? I'm sure all of us know what is NPV. Yeah. Rishikesh, Praveen.
Yes.
So we know what is Mandar. Everybody knows what is NPV. So is ये अगर आपका जो प्रोजेक्ट है उसकी NPV zero है, does it mean it is a break-even point?
Yes.
For a capex, using the given cost of capital, NPV comes to zero. What should the promoter do? आपने क्या किया? प्रोजेक्ट लिया, प्रोजेक्ट की कैश फ्लो को डिस्काउंट किया, बाय योर कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल, NPV is coming to zero. और अभी आपने कहा कि जीरो NPV का मतलब है ब्रेक इवन. तो ये प्रमोटर ने क्या करना चाहिए? इस प्रोजेक्ट को लेना चाहिए कि छोड़ देना चाहिए? Because project is in your hand, you have a choice to. So it's not the acquisition.
कंटिन्यू करना चाहिए.
It is the capex that you are planning.
कंटिन्यू करना.
कंटिन्यू करना चाहिए. क्यों कंटिन्यू करना चाहिए?
बिकॉज अभी तो ब्रेक इवन पे आया हो.
उसका लाइफ तो उतना ही है ना, ब्रेक इवन.
हाँ, लाइफ
लाइफ तो
नहीं.
उतना
अच्छा,
है.
life
ब्रेक इवन के आगे
life
चली
नहीं.
जाएगी.
Please remember, even if NPV is zero, you can undertake this project without any hesitation. And why? Your project is having NPV zero. What have you used for finding out the NPV? Cost of capital. All of you please pay attention. You have used cost of capital for finding out the NPV. What does your cost of capital comprise of?
Equity and sources of capital.
Very good. So, and please pay attention. So your cost of capital that you have used for discounting the cash flows of the project is a combination of cost of debt and cost of equity. So now if, okay, now how will you determine the cost of equity? Expectation. Now please pay attention. Your cost of discounting factor that we have used is based on the cost of capital this cost of capital is combination of cost of equity and cost of debt. Cost of equity is nothing but your expectation. So when you are using the cost of capital, which already includes your expectation, and if the NPV is coming zero, should you not accept this project? And the answer is you should accept this project. If the NPV is zero, इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है this project is perfectly matching your expectation of return.
Correct.
If it is more than NPV, so much is better. But NPV does not mean it's a break even. It only means that it is giving you exactly as much return as you expected from this project to come to you. And therefore, what this promoter should do, simply close the eyes and go ahead with it, assuming he does not have any other better option. Are you with me? If he's got a better option, then of course you go for a better option where you have NPV which is positive, not zero, it is positive. And if the NPV is negative, then what you should do? Then you should not touch it. Why? Because then it is not meeting your expectation. And remember, unless you are in a situation where you have no other opportunity, तो अगर आपके पास में बिल्कुल भी कोई opportunity नहीं है, in that case, even though this project is giving you negative NPV, you might still accept it. क्यों? वो इसलिए क्योंकि अगर आप ये प्रोजेक्ट में पैसा नहीं लगाओगे तो आप पैसे पर बैठे रहोगे जिसपे कि आपको वैसे कुछ भी रिटर्न नहीं मिल रहा है. At least here you are getting something. If you don't invest it, you keep it in your bank, you are just going to earn 4-5%. So at least here you are getting. So that is the trade-off that you have to do. So in certain cases, even though the project is not meeting your NPV requirement, your return requirement, but you may still decide. What you can do is you can look at the project as to how can you improve the NPV. क्या उसकी project cost कम करी जा सकती है? क्या उसकी selling price बढ़ाई जा सकती है? क्या उसकी cost of source of capital cheaper करे जा सकते हैं क्या? So all those things that you will.
Sir,
Yeah.
we discussed कि IRR is cost of capital. Can be cost of capital.
Yes.
But when we decide for a project, we discount for computation of NPV, we discount using cost of capital.
Correct.
Correct. And अगर वो बड़ा है कम हुआ whatever, then IRR would be that internal rate of return of that project.
Correct.
Suppose मेरा cost of capital is 14,
Right.
and I'm getting a positive NPV,
Right.
then IRR would be something like 16 or whatever.
Correct.
Then how IRR is cost of capital? I mean, how do you tell me?
Yeah, how IRR is the cost of capital. So cost of capital का दूसरा मतलब ये भी है your expected rate of return. Are you with me? Isn't it? जो यानी कि जो cost of capital का मतलब ये भी है जो minimum rate of return. अगर मैं माल खरीद रहा हूँ 10,000 रुपए के हिसाब से, so what is the minimum at which I must sell these goods? Is what? 10,000, isn't it? तो 10,000 के लिए तो कम से कम 10,000 तो बिकना ही चाहिए, नहीं तो मैं लॉस करूँगा. Okay, so if my IRR or my minimum cost of return is 15%, अब अगर मुझे कोई दूसरा प्रोजेक्ट लेना है तो मैं क्या करूँगा, उस प्रोजेक्ट की IRR कैलकुलेट करूँगा और IRR कैलकुलेट करके मैं देखता हूँ कि इस प्रोजेक्ट की IRR is coming 17%. My benchmark is how much? 15%. Should I accept this project or reject this project? Reject this project. और accept this project. Accept this project. Okay. Now ये project से मुझे 17% का IRR मिलने वाला है और मेरे सामने दूसरी opportunity आती है, तो दूसरी opportunity को accept करने मैं कब करूँगा? वो मेरा 15% से ज़्यादा होगा तो करूँगा कि 17% से ज़्यादा होगा तो करूँगा?
17 से ज़्यादा होगा तो.
So your IRR became your minimum required rate of return. Are you with me? Don't है ना, समझ गए ना कैसे किया? So it's a dynamic situation. It's not a static situation. 15% was my minimum required rate of return. 17% का मुझे IRR वाला प्रोजेक्ट मिल रहा है, तो अगर मुझे उसको छोड़ना है तो नेचुरली अगला जो प्रोजेक्ट मुझे मिलेगा उसे मुझे कम से कम कितना मिलना चाहिए? 17 से ज़्यादा मिलना चाहिए. Otherwise I do this project. No, why do I take the trouble of going to someone? Does it answer your question, Shweta? But that's a very good question. Let me tell you, very nice question. I'm happy about
But
it.
actually we are looking this from project aspect.
Project aspect.
Because company internal aspect, then cost of debt is equal to coupon. आपका coupon जो है वो ही है.
No. Actually, when we say we are looking at the capex, remember, capex does not necessarily mean only capital expenditure. We are looking at from the any investment decision. So, if I am acquiring a company, ready company, the same will also be applicable in that case. Because see, ultimately, capex है, organic है, inorganic है, modernization है, या expansion है, या diversification है, या takeover है. These are the forms of investment, and these tools and techniques are applicable to every form of the investment. Because ultimately, every form of the investment will result into cash flow. Yes or no? And वो cash flow का आपको ये rate of return apply करना है ना? So this is how it is.
We say that this additional 2% what we are getting
Hmm.
is a return to equity, basically, because cost of debt is fixed, so cost of equity
Absolutely.
is
Perfect.
added. So
Perfect.
we are having lesser expense.
Yeah. So ये 2% जो extra मिलेगा आपको,
ऐसे भी equity को
it will go to the equity. Correct. It will go to the equity. Because वो उनके lenders के minimum जो उनकी rate of return rate interest है वो fulfill हो गए, उसके ऊपर आपको देना नहीं है. तो जो भी आप ज़्यादा कमाओगे वो automatically.
So that cost of equity will get adjusted. Like that is what you mean when you are saying dynamic है वो.
Correct. Absolutely. The cost of equity. Very good. I am glad. Did you hear, all of you? Can you please repeat it once again? Very nice.
So in this cost of equity is getting changed because of higher IRR. So do you mean that that is what is dynamic nature of cost of equity?
You remember we had a discussion and I asked you how do you determine the cost of equity? All of you said it is expectation of the shareholder. आज की तारीख में 15% थी मेरी expectation. दूसरा प्रोजेक्ट सामने आया 17% का रिटर्न मुझे दे रहा है. So what should be my return expectation? 15% or 17%? 17%. So that is the meaning of it being dynamic. So return expectation, the cost of equity, remember, is never frozen. It is always dynamic. It will always change depending on the situation. Does it answer your questions? Okay, good. This is the question. I think you can answer. XYZ is required. XYZ's required rate of return was 15%. He had an opportunity where he was getting an IRR of 18%. He did not go for it, as a better opportunity was available to him. Now, what should be his COC for the investment evaluation? Should it be 15% or should it be 18%? 18%. बराबर है ना? Because as a businessman, remember, I am never happy with a static situation. As a businessman, as the economy is growing, my expectation will keep on growing. ऐसा नहीं कि 15% मैंने आपको बोल दिया है 15% I am happy. That means I am going to be happy with 15% always. No, market changes. I am going to raise my expectation, and this is how all these companies do. Why do we discount the future cash flows? Jeevan, why do we discount the future cash flows?
To get a present value.
To get the present value. Very good. Very good. Yeah.
Take care of the inflation which is likely to come in the future.
To take care of the inflation. Okay. While discounting the future cash flows, what do we try to achieve? Is the purpose of discounting future cash flows is to ascertain the purchasing power of the future cash flows? जब आप future cash flows को discount कर रहे हो, तो are you trying to purchasing power of the future cash flows?
Because we're discounting.
The answer is no. And why no?
Because we're discounting using cost of capital and not using the risk-free rate. So purchasing power.
We are discounting the future cash flows using your cost of capital. Now please remember, Samir's cost of capital, Mohit's cost of capital, Shripa's cost of capital can be different. So if there is one project and you find out the present values of the future cash flows of this project, from the perspective of three of them, will the present value be the same or different? Different. So when you are discounting the future cash flows, you are not trying to find out the purchasing power. But tell me, if all of them, three of them, were to discount the future cash flows by the rate of inflation, will they be trying to find out the purchasing power? And the answer is
Yes.
yes. Why? Because ये तीनों का rate of inflation same. Can it be different? Is it possible that Rishikesh uses a different rate of inflation and Mohit uses a different rate of inflation, Praveen uses a different rate of inflation? Is that possible? That is not possible. So all of you will always use the same rate of inflation. So when you are discounting the future cash flows by the rate of inflation, in that case you are trying to find out the purchasing power of the future cash flow or the real value of the future cash flow. But when you are discounting, you are not trying to find out the purchasing power as mistakenly some people would think so. If value of money was to be constant over the years, will you still require to discount the future cash flows?
No.
Everybody? Dhananjay?
If you are considering inflation only the factor.
No. There is no inflation. The money value is same, and money value is same for all the years to come. That means there is no inflation. Inflation का मतलब क्या है? चीजों की कीमतें बढ़ रही हैं. कीमतें बढ़ रही, frozen है. किसी भी चीज की कीमत बढ़ती नहीं है. Will you need to discount the future cash flows?
No.
Why will you need to discount the future cash
We
flows?
are not discounting for that inflation. We are doing for the higher premium that we will be paying over the risk-free rate. So then premium will always be there. No? Otherwise, there won't be any return.
What premium?
So we are not. So we are not
Why do you do the discounting?
No, you're not expecting any interest rate. Premium actually, value of money means what?
We are not discounting for time value of money actually. Only time value of money. We are discounting for time value of money plus certain premium which is to be gained by the.
Why do you do the discounting? You do the discounting, all of you please pay attention. You do the discounting because you want to convert the future cash flows in terms of present value. If there is no change in the money over the years, do you really have to do the discounting? Because आज जो 100 रुपया है, कल जो 100 रुपया है, एक साल बाद की जो 100 रुपया है, 10 साल बाद की जो 100 रुपया है, 50 साल के बाद जो 100 रुपया है, उसकी वैल्यू कितनी है? 100 रुपया all the time. Then you don't have to discount. Then what you have to do? How do you take a decision? Take the total of all the future cash flows, compare with your outflow, and if the total of the future cash flows is more than your outflow, accept it. Simple. So no need to do the discounting. You have to do discounting primarily because the value of the future cash flow is changing with the passage of
Time.
time. Do you follow this, Mike?
But then this logic is not being in line with why don't we discount using risk-free rate. So
Risk है नहीं ना, because the money value is same all the time.
if this was yes, then it should be like we are not discounting using risk-free rate. No? I mean, we are not discounting using only that inflation rate. We are discounting inflation plus.
अब देखो उसके लिए ना आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा कि डिस्काउंटिंग आप क्यों करते हो? Why do you discount?
फ्यूचर प्राइसिंग को करंट सिचुएशन में
Correct.
रखने के लिए.
Then why do you discount using cost of capital?
Yeah, you.
That is the rate of interest in the market.
No, you. I'm glad that we have this discussion. You use the discounting by using your cost of capital. Whose cost of capital? Your cost of capital. And why your cost of capital? Because you have to take a decision. Why you have to take a decision? Because you are making the investment. So the future cash flows हैं, उसको आपको discount करना है to arrive at the value in terms of today. अब अगर value of the money is same for all the times to come, what I have to do? Very simple. No need to discount.
Correct.
I just have to tell to myself कि मेरे को कौन सा प्रोजेक्ट पसंद है जहाँ मुझे 15% का रिटर्न है, तो मैं देखूंगा टोटल किया सारे फ्यूचर कैश फ्लोज का, 1 लाख का इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहा हूँ, है ना, और 10 साल उसकी लाइफ है, तो 1 लाख का इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहा हूँ, तो 10 साल में कितना मिलना चाहिए मुझे? 15,000 एवरी ईयर.
Correct.
एंड 15,000 एवरी ईयर 10 साल में कितना मिलना चाहिए?
1.5 लाख रुपए.
1.5 लाख रुपया. इन्वेस्टमेंट कितना है? 1 लाख. तो अगर अगले 10 साल का जो कैश फ्लो है 2.5 लाख हो गया
तो ठीक है.
तो ठीक है, 2.5 लाख से कम है तो ठीक नहीं
ठीक नहीं
है.
है.
डिस्काउंटिंग करने की जरूरत नहीं है. क्यों डिस्काउंटिंग करने की जरूरत नहीं है? क्योंकि प्रेजेंट वैल्यू सेम ही है ना.
करेक्ट.
देखो एक लॉजिक समझ लो श्वेता, you do the whether you whatever you use for the discounting, that is the material, what is important is why do you do the discounting? You do the discounting so as to make the comparison possible. What comparison? Apple to apple comparison possible. You want to convert the future cash flow in terms of present value. अरे जब फ्यूचर के कैश फ्लो की वैल्यू प्रेजेंट के बराबर ही है तो फिर क्यों इसको डिस्काउंट करना?
If future value is equal to, I mean, every year में value, money value same ही है.
Same.
Does this mean कि cost of capital would be as good as 1 or 2% or even 0%?
Forget about that. Cost of capital जो cost of capital की फिर से जरूरत भी नहीं है आपको.
है ना सर जरूर.
नहीं,
इसके
जरूर-
साथ ये भी रहना चाहिए कि cost of capital क्या है फिर? Where future value of money is equal.
Okay.
Then what is the cost of?
चलो और उसको भी क्लियर कर देता हूँ. तो आप मालूम कर लो आपकी कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल कितनी है, कितनी सब. लेट्स टेक अ फिगर.
So it would be say अभी.
नो लेट्स टेक अ
say
फिगर.
10% है.
हाँ.
10% है आपकी कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल. 10% है. अब जस्ट बी विद मी श्वेता, आपकी कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल कितनी है?
रख दो.
हाँ ओके स्टॉप कर दो. आपकी